So the game is going to open up in this part.
I think it is. Yeah.
I'm not feeling so well.
Because it's actually quite surprising how long that intro goes on, considering it's not the primary mode of gameplay. Most of it is actually spent roaming about this prison, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, wait. Here they are.
So yeah, when I was talking about how you can find things, like, if you play the game, like, over, I found this guy.
Yeah, I've never seen this guy on any of my playthroughs.
In the prison cells, the mobs are high and low.
I'm pretty sure he's actually
go to American Idol.
I'm pretty sure he's my favorite character.
I'm pretty sure he's actually singing a real song, but I didn't actually bother to look it up.
Well, in the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion sleeps tonight.
What?
No, that's not even the right tune. What am I thinking of? Poor fucking guy.
Did he just fucking die in front of you, or out of nowhere?
Yeah.
The fuck?
Oh, he's sent his message. He had nothing more to do on this earth.
Yeah, I did a jump cut and I threw him into a bin.
Poor guy. I can see why you're wary.
That break I asked you to take? Well, take it now.
Alarm bells are going off in my head.
Also, I liked how he wasn't even looking at Tyrone.
Round and round. Came to spread the word that you're a fucking pig. What's that? You don't like poetry? Well, I doubt you're gonna like this, Mr. Ex-Cop.
I liked you guys singing, Martsy enough.
I'm gonna fuck you up.
Did you intentionally get the easy thing?
Take that, you fucking pig.
Yeah, I made sure to do every single, like, beginning in this.
Hey, I ain't done nothing. I was just
Oh, so do you want to explain how this system works? My logic is if I stick the knife in him, I can pull him up pretty simply. These arthritic fingers ain't what they used to be, but this knife is ever sharp.
But yeah, what I did was I essentially did every single variant in, like, the starting up of the game.
So that gets you the, like, depending on how this goes, you get a different starting location for the Metroidvania segment of the game, which has different...
broken or something?
Yeah, if you don't move from the starting spot, he doesn't do anything.
That's not broken AI, that's tactics.
Hell he is.
I'm gonna kill you, bitch. Out, you son.
Lead pipe beats knife.
Also beats iron bars. No happiness here. Oh god, can you please tell me you can fight your way out of this one? Out of this
I tried
pickle.
before Snaker, and it just doesn't happen. They keep spawning in higher frequencies.
No, there has to be a secret one where you fucking depopulate.
You're just fucking whacking everybody.
Okay, word on the street was that he was a pig, not that he was fucking Superman. We have been misinformed. This is great.
It's just...
Hell have no fury like Jake fucking angry.
God, the guy wasn't even chasing, he was just looking at the bodies.
I just like the fact you did 2 circles round before you even bothered to hit him. I thought you were gonna go easy on the poor bucket. So is this how you unlock the very hard stuff?
Yeah, and this is the point where the game takes away your weapon, but then I pick up a new one.
Yes!
Oh, God!
Bullshit rules can't stop you, man. And then the game just says, alright, fuck you, you're taking the piss.
No, you had enough fun, man. You gotta chill, dude. Wait, I mean, we're trying to present a game to you here, you know?
Secret ending. Jake is just released from Underhell. It can't contain him.
But yeah,
imagine if there was a 4th beginning, though. Like, that would be awesome.
But yeah, that's what happens if you kill all the guards and, like, the game tells you to stop. This is what happens when you actually get, like, taken down.
Yeah. That's hilarious. I've never seen anybody get that far.
I didn't even get the fucking knife guy because I suck. The thing is, I'm fine with Source Melee, but I just fucked up, basically.
Source Melee online is fucking pretty serious. Like,
many people die.
I've in Counter-Strike, I can agree with you. I think Team Fortress works decently.
No, it's, to hell for what you did. Team Fortress 2, it's kind of broken too. I mean, if you have a ping higher than 100, it's gonna suck.
Take him away.
That's kind of true of most things.
But then again, I'm speaking in competitive play terms, like you know, the epic MLG hardcore elite bullshit kind of measurement.
This kind of makes me think I always wanted a fighting game tournament that's based on Supreme Lag.
You see a picture of Frank and Jake, I think.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. I
didn't actually know you could open it in the first place. I thought it was like broken.
Oh, yeah.
I remember
it's
when
one of those things I figured out on the second playthrough.
I remember when I was really, really stuck here, because basically I got all the keys in order, which I'm not sure if you're meant to do, but I basically went from one key to the next and got through this part pretty simply after that. But I just thought, okay, I can't figure out how to do it. I'm going to do all the dream levels at once.
Also, this bit right here, I don't actually know how they do that with Hammer. I imagine they use like...
I know how they do it. As soon as you press the use key on that thing, it teleports you to a different location on the map.
That's what I thought.
Valve does this a lot with the G-Man segments,
you can kind of see it with the jagged like jump cut they do there.
Right.
I know that like this was used frequently in Portal and Portal 2.
Yeah.
I believe it was the elevators.
What a jaunty fellow.
You know, if you actually get caught by the guilt, there's not much consequence. I hate to spoil it for the watchers here, but like the guilt is only scary until you get caught by him and realize that you just spawn like backwards a little bit.
That's kind of the thing about most horror games. It depends on the person buying into the illusion that something is a big threat sometimes.
You know, when you get caught by Angelo, it's kind of scary. Because, like, the thing that makes a horror death scary is, like, a first-person view of you getting, like, cut up or something.
And that's the thing, I actually kind of like The Last of Us, the way it does it, because it always cuts just before...
Oh, God, The Last of Us, yeah. How
yeah,
that big, fucking fat-ass, like,
oh, that's awful.
Pulls his fucking jaw off, yeah. See,
and it always cuts just with the screams, because then it's left in your head to picture how fucking terrible that was.
Yeah. I always like it when people do that, like they just cut it off and it's just like left to the imagination.
Yeah, definitely. I mean,
Stephen King
it sort of does that in Underhell, but like the consequence for failure is so little that it's just, you know. Like
Stephen
if you get
King
caught in the house when Jake's waifu gets him, you know, it's like, oh, it was all just a dream. You know? I mean, imagine if that took you to some other fucked up place, or
also,
did something more than add crows around your house. You know what I mean?
Also, when I jumped out of the bed, I took damage.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I took fall damage.
Oh, right. I think sometimes you get smacked by, like, an invisible force.
Yeah, I think it was, like, because I wasn't properly on the bed and I wasn't touching the ground either. At least I think that's what happened.
Yeah, but the way to make horror death scary is do the thing that they do with Angelo, where the screen blacks out and Angelo sets on fire and gets Jake a lot.
It's like why Stephen King wrote in one of his books, Danse Macabre, which was kind of like a little kind of study on horror of various forms. He said that, you know,
now
radio play horror.
Just seeing the fucking flashlight out of nowhere. You can't even see the enemy,
That terrified me when I first played.
Like,
Yeah.
radio play horror has some kind of big advantage where it just has to describe the monster vaguely, and then the listener's imagination makes it up, and that's the same as that's the same in written horror.
The scariest parts here are when you can't even see the monster. Now, when you can't see the monster, that's when it's the scariest, because your imagination fills in the blanks.
Although
It's like the example he used was, there's a giant killer ant going around, and then you imagine this fucking, like, thing the size of a metropolis, then you see it's, like, 50 feet tall, and you're like, oh, okay, that's not half as bad as I imagined.
Also, I like how we're talking about, like, how that thing was supposed to be horrifying, but I broke the AI right there.
Oh, I did that my first playthrough. Like, I just stood on top of something and fucking...
Source AI, especially when it doesn't have, like, a gun, it's so easily fucked with, it's kind of beautiful.
Yeah. If only you could bash it over the head with a flashlight like in Doom.
Or War Z.
Doom 3.
That reminds me back from, like, the very first day of War Z, when people were just, like, meeting up with each other and start having, like, all-out gladiatorial flashlight battles. Like, they just say...
Picturing that in my head is funny.
But yeah, it's just like, you have a gun, and then some guy just randomly comes after you with a flashlight trying to beat your head in.
Yeah.
You don't shoot the guy out of respect for his moxie. Best character in the game getting introduced after the concussion.
I hope you're happy. You broke my booby trap with your face.
Easily the best character in the
You know
game.
how long it took me to engineer
AKA
this
Tunnel Man.
I called him that before the commentary because I could not remember his name. Okay?
It's the Hermit.
It was a piece of
And I
shit.
swear I've heard the
He's
name
referred
Tunnel
to.
Man elsewhere.
Damn. Surely hot
I
meat
have
brand
no
new
clue
bag.
where though.
I always thought it was neat how they actually made him throw the boot like that, because it actually has proper
Well, boy,
physics.
you look surprised. I'm the one who should be. You know, you're the first person I talked to in months. Hell, maybe even weeks. That's something, isn't it? I need to take a break anyway. There's no way I can work when someone who's not wearing the required equipment is around. You
Well,
can get sick, you know.
excuse me.
I use a lot of those cleaning products and a bunch
He
of shit
probably
that's not
hates
good for your
silent
eyes or your
protagonists.
nose. Get cancer, you know. I read that in the magazine.
Nah, the Hermit's too cool to hate anybody.
My breaks are boring now. I used to do magic tricks with cards. Or
I actually
play
know someone who
solitaire.
kind of reminds me of the Hermit,
But a
and he
damn
essentially,
rat, shoot
like,
my playing cards.
he lives out,
Can
like,
you
on a
believe
back,
it?
like, dirt road, and
Of
he
all the
grows
things
wheat
he
and
could
potatoes.
do, he decided to go through
And he
my
gives you
card
fetch
deck.
quests.
Now all I can do during my break is just bang my little pipe against a bigger pipe and try to match the echo.
Yeah,
It's
man, I
fun.
hear that.
Oh, it's fun.
Wait, what?
But solitaire is just way
I
more
love how you
fun
just
to me.
noddle.
He
Only
sounded
Rick
really
could bring me
unsure
that
about
new
that.
card deck. But I heard he passed
Man,
away.
you got neck problems?
Hey, maybe you can bring me a new card
Do you think
deck.
this guy even realizes that
Tell
there's
you
some
what.
kind of apocalypse going
See that
on
vent right there?
beyond the vents?
I doubt he
There's
even
no
cares.
way you're gonna
I
open
honestly
it without
don't
the proper
know.
tool.
I think he's
Past
just
days,
too
I've been
cool for
changing the
that.
old
Like,
rusty vents with these new air filter titanium
if
vents.
you get all the
They're
all the
just
playing cards,
unbreakable. The only way to get past them
you
is to
know,
unscrew the four
you
bolts
learn
on
a
the
lot
edges,
more about him, and
and
that's
for that, you need a little
the
wrench
apocalypse is not
that
the
I might
worst thing
just
that
happen to have
happened to
in
this
my
guy.
toolbox.
And I remember the first time collecting all the cards on my own, and I was deliberately
and I'll
avoiding
give you that
spoilers. It was
wrench.
great.
So you can open those vents. Trust me, it'll make your life a whole lot easier. Good. Now look.
Also, I like how they
Pull off
utilize the
this card
halos,
trick.
like how
I
things
need
get highlighted in this,
5
kind of
cards to
like
make
Left 4
it work.
Dead does.
Yeah.
You can bring
yeah.
me 5 cards, then I'll give you that wrench. You can bring me the rest later. And in case you didn't know, 52 cards makes a full deck. So start counting.
There's actually something I meant to ask. Is like, you guys know that Black Mesa is getting a paid version, correct? It's going to add a bunch of extra stuff to it.
I better add the deathmatch like they promised, or the
They better
co-op.
add Zen.
Yeah, Zen. I think Zen has been on their list for a while now, and I believe Zen will be added in the free version as well. They're going to keep up with. Like, I think Underhell would work under that model as well, because its production qualities are really fucking good.
Yeah. Here's something here that I wanted to note. What just happened there with the pipe is really good game design. It doesn't seem immediately apparent that you can't actually go anywhere without the pipe. It just feels like something that you did, like, even though you can't actually leave the place until you grab the pipe. It's really
the pipe is just naturally put in your path, it's highlighted so you interact with it. Then, hey, yeah. I got a pipe. Okay, I can make use of this.
You do it without thinking, without any kind of, you know, any kind of, oh, I'm playing a game, or this is a cutscene, or anything like that. Like, it's, oh yeah, it's only natural that I grab the pipe, you know?
Not to mention, in the earlier scene, you defended yourself with a pipe. Hey, here's a pipe.
Yeah.
I know I can defend myself with this.
But yeah, I accidentally left the keys back here.
That happened to me on my first playthrough. That was hilarious.
And I also found out there was, like, on top of the pipe above the hermit, there was actually a radio up there. And that was just, like, by sheer luck that I was just looking around for secrets.
So now this is where the game begins proper, I guess. Now we're free to roam around and try not to die of starvation. And find nice little info dumps.
Oh no, this bit.
Oh, what?
You know, they really should clean this place up sometimes. So, aside from getting that free, what is our first objective?
All you have to do is just press tab and it'll tell you.
Oh, it's still going off too, I forgot about that.
I tend not to try and do that with, like, drawers and stuff because it often crashes my game. Or at least, like, halves my frame rate. Because Source is like that.
I was just trying to put it back in the drawer, but then it did that.
Unfortunately,
told me
we
some
can't
of these
read this with that video quality.
I'll try and fix that in post.